Yo, what's going on, guys? Alright, so when we initially filmed this, I wasn't intending to do this in two parts, but I have so much footage and there's so much stuff that I wanted to include. I decided to separate it up into one video talking about the car, the story, how much you paid, all the stuff that's on it, blah blah blah, and then this video talking about why this car gets so much hate. So let's cut back to Cody and yeah.
We're not really here like trying to just tell you that this car is perfect. We're just, you know, shining some light on it. It's an interesting car whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, then post hate comments below, I guess. You know, this car has its blemishes. It's not a perfect car. It's not really a show car. It's just like a fun car to like enjoy. And
yeah, so I have no intentions of ever like being like, this car is super clean, it's a show car, like should win best in show.
You'll put it in shows,
right?
Like, if a show's willing to accept it, then why not? But
yeah, I mean, like I love to go to shows with my friends and just kind of show it off because people want to see it. It's one of those cars. But yeah, I mean, it has so many flaws that it's like, if it ever wins an award at a show, it like throws me into the wall how dumbfounded I am that it would win a show, because like it's missing these front bumper extensions. I have them, I just had to paint them. When I got it, I had to paint the whole kit and even the deck lid and everything, and I actually didn't know I had these. They just came in like a little box that Kevin gave me when I bought the car. The car has tons of blemishes, like the rocker panels are dented, the headlights, I still don't know how I feel about the headlights a year later.
All this shit from the holes, from the badges missing.
So since the car was wrapped, it was just covered up, so you would never see any of this. All this stuff.
Right.
And you know, here's a
little bit of drift spec down here.
I made this splitter for it, which kind of holds the bumper on really well. There's sand in the headlight from, I guess.
I do like the canyons though.
Yeah. There was a whole big thing about that.
If you know it, you know it.
Yeah, we're not gonna go over that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the headlights. They don't color match at all. It kind of has a weird contrast.
Right, they're like way brighter white than the actual color of the car.
So I think what I'm gonna do is just sell those and get the chrome Spec D ones. Yeah, show them mine.
Oh yeah, dude.
My fancy bolts. I've got to take the flares off to get the wheels off. So having removable screws like that is dumb convenient. Oh yeah, I was driving home from Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. I was doing an endurance race up there, and this piece flew off on the highway. When I was actually prepping it for paint, I dropped it, and you can't see it in this light, but there's like a little wave right here.
Oh, you know what my favorite part is? It's hidden one of my stickers in the white.
Yeah.
I love it. Every time I follow you places, I'm always like, oh, yo, you still have that.
We need to get one that's reflective.
Yes,
that's
a hella good idea.
But I also cut this diffuser out. Yeah, so I had a full like NVIDIA dual tip catback. It looked really good, but it sounded terrible. Daniel now owns that exhaust, so it's pawned off on him. I painted these red because I was like, oh, those will look cool red. Now I really regret it because they look terrible red. Remember when me and you tried to wrap the roof?
Oh my, and I've never wrapped anything, Cody's never wrapped anything, and we like just attempted to wrap a roof, and
it was all this. We did great until we came across this.
Well, we were slightly intoxicated when we did it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Just slightly, but still.
It was hilarious. It was so bad.
It was bad. Got some cool stuff coming.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Any secrets on that, or are you keeping it quiet?
The doors go. Yeah, that was weird. So this new lip that I want covers everything below like here.
It's like a chin spoiler, basically.
Right. And
it comes off of this and down.
It comes down out of here.
So it'll cover the fucking blemishes.
Yeah, basically covers all the blemishes I have on this, except for this. I'll get that, put the bumper extensions on, paint the whole bumper again, and we'll look good on the front end. Maybe new headlights, and then I'm Gucci.
I feel like we should talk about why this thing actually gets the amount of hate that it does.
The car like gets so much attention. But the funny thing is, like, it's not like, I mean, like we've been saying, it's not like a perfect, clean car. There's definitely cars out there that are like, they deserve this much attention that this thing gets. Like, they're super nice, they're clean, they're put together. I mean, they're like, 10 out of 10 cars. Like, you can take them to a car show, they'd win an award. Whereas this thing is like, kind of pieced together, kind of a hunk of junk. Like, it's always getting worked on. There's always maybe something wrong with it. I don't know, it's just a mumble jumble of parts that's been thrown together that it's not like, it's not a quality, I mean, I guess it is, it's got quality parts on it, but it's not like it's like some out of this world car that's super clean. Like,
think the reason that people get so upset is because it gets a shit ton of attention,
Yes.
and there's definitely a lot of cars that deserve that attention.
Yeah, so like, and it's not necessarily the people that deserve that attention that get mad, because like those people that see the attention that it gets and like they don't necessarily get the same attention, they're cool people. Like they are never the ones that hate. It's the people that like they've got like neck beards and live in their mom's basement that are like, oh, this thing is a piece of shit, man. Like, oh, that's so lame. The tires are lame. And those are the dudes that are hating because like they have like, I don't know, what's a crappy car, whatever that is. They have one of those.
Aztec,
They have,
'cause I
yeah.
feel like that can't offend anybody.
So yeah, there you go. Pontiac Aztec. They have a Pontiac Aztec, and they've got the wheels plasticated black, and their brake calipers spray painted red. And like those are the people that are mad that it gets the attention. But I don't know. It's like this weird like. I don't know. It's really hard to explain like the attention that it gets and why people are mad, and those people are mad. I don't think there's anything really like this car that exists.
It does have like an interesting history too. Like this is the car that you see in all the H2O videos getting impounded all the time when it was pink, and like there's so many memes about it being a dildo.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah. You take it to a car show and they're like, oh, I know that's Killianer's old car.
It's just a thing. It's just a thing with this car. This car.
There's really nothing like it. And I think that's because, I mean, he had like, what, 130,000 followers at the time when he sold it. But it's like, there's just so many people that knew about this car that it got so much attention because it was a piece of crap, but it was already getting that attention, so it just kept driving the attention factor up more and more and more. And now it's at this point where it's like, I'm trying to make it look clean, but it's like taking me a long ass time to do that. So it's like, it's like really weird for me to experience all this stuff.
Yeah. So why do you have to make like 3-point turns every time you go anywhere?
So this is about as much as I can turn the wheel. Before it'll like the tire hits the wheel well on the back of the wheel well, and it just like jams up and doesn't turn anymore, and you can hear it. I've got to be really careful going places. Like there's this parking garage on campus that I can't go into because I can't get out, and I've already had to do that once, and it was during a basketball game right afterwards, and there was a giant traffic jam behind me because I couldn't quite get out.
I feel like you're providing people with so many points to hate on this video. But it's fantastic.
I mean, I don't really care. It's just part of it, you know? Like, I'm actually extremely vigilant and extremely careful with where I take this thing and how I drive it. So I don't, like, I never ever purposely put somebody in danger. And like a lot of people with stance cars, there's like a couple videos out. There was this Miata that I saw one time. He was like swerving all over the damn road and like
Flipping people off when they honk at him.
yeah, and like getting stuck in the most stupid places. Like you could have definitely avoided that, and
Just doing it for the video.
total dumbassery. That's another cool thing about Kentucky is never get any shade from cops whatsoever. Like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Even when I have the giant sunshade banner on, I've got another one from Skews Gang I got to put on the car. But that plus the violent banner and plus I had a ton of stickers on the driver's side window at once, and I've never gotten pulled over in this thing. Actually, I did. I was coming back from Colorado and I got pulled over on the highway at like 2 in the morning in the middle of Kansas.
But it was a track car then. Like you got pulled over when it was a track car.
Yeah, I've been pulled over when this is a track car, but not when it's a stance car.
But yeah, 50k springs, or 52k springs, it's pretty much like welding the strut. It's
Basically, I mean, there's a
little bit of travel, but it's it's so stiff.
Here we go. Here's a bump. You have to take your foot off the throttle anytime you hit a bump because it's got some weird electric throttle that's got like a little bit of response time, so it has this weird like jolting motion when you hit a bump when you're on throttle. Driving something like this, you kind of get an idea for where all the bumps are. Like I know where every pothole, every bump, every crack in the road is in Bowling Green and in Louisville.
So there's a safety thing. It teaches you to learn the roads better.
Yeah, I mean,
teaches you to be more observant. Teaches you to drive better, look out for things.
Yeah.
And it also 3 wheels because it's open diff.
3 wheels a ton because it's a Torsen limited slip, but there has like no suspension droop whatsoever because the shocks are so short that it just like, I mean, any sort of ground variation, it'll 3 wheel and you'll spin the tire. You can't not pay attention when you drive this car, and I never have my phone out when I drive this thing. I mean, like, my eyes are always on the road. I'm always looking way ahead. I'm like, people are like, oh, stunts cars are so dangerous. Stunts cars are dangerous, this, that, and the other. But it's like,
They're like,
people,
bruh.
so the people that drive next to me with their camera phones out on the highway at 80 miles an hour and like
taking videos of it and then posting it on Facebook later, being like, look at this faggot putting everyone in danger.
Yeah, like, you guys are putting more people in danger than I am. Like, you take your head off the road for like seconds at a time while I'm just like cruising down the highway.
I always see the huge irony in that, like when somebody posts like a shit.
It happens like, I mean, I was coming down from Louisville one time a couple weeks ago, and it was like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 cars in a row had their phone out. The driver had their phone out, taking a video when they passed me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, pay attention to the road.
You know, somebody else is going to argue like, oh, well, it's actually your fault for having such a ridiculous car. Like, it's totally justified that somebody would pull their phone out and record it.
Somebody did. So I posted this video on my Facebook and my Instagram, and the one on Facebook kind of like went viral. But it's of this dude. I took a video of this dude that was just straight gawking at the car, and basically everybody was like, oh, he's just like confused because of how big of a piece of crap it is. I'm like, maybe he is, but at the same time, like, funny enough that other people were stealing it and posting it
for their own cars.
With their own car, a picture of their own car.
So yeah, to end off the video and summarize, this car isn't like a crazy nice show car. It's just a fun car that Cody enjoys. Pretty sure we can't defend every hate comment that everybody's going to put out there. We actually encourage it a little bit because it's pretty entertaining.
Right. Plus it gives me something to look at on the car. Like, everyone's like, oh, the fenders are wavy, and I'm like, all right,
that's true.
I'll look into that.
It's almost like feedback on it, although pretty much all of it is negative. You know, we're not here like completely defending the car. Like, you know, it's like.
Hey. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Do it. Yell that thing's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
See ya. So her dad owns this company called Sports Performance, and they build like badass pro touring cars, which is funny. But she has a dope Evo.
We're not like completely defending the car. Like, we've clearly pointed out all of the things that are like wrong with it or whatever. We're just defending some of the points that you guys make, and you know, whatever. If this is a controversial video, then who cares? And for those of you guys that like the car and like love all of the shit that Cody does, then that's fucking sweet. And hopefully Cody's got some cool things coming with it, and obviously I'll be filming any of the like big changes that happen with the car. I'm probably gonna try and do more regular videos with it because the past year we haven't. Well, we filmed a few things, but never put stuff out because it wasn't like good enough.